You ever go completely silent on someone? No texts, no calls, no story views, and suddenly they're weirdly active on your page? Yeah, that wasn't a coincidence. You disappeared. And now, even if they act like they don't care, something inside them is shifting. Today, we're breaking down 9 things they actually feel when you go silent, according to Stoicism, and a little sprinkle of human nature. Let's go. 1. Confusion. Wait, did I miss something? At first, they're just confused. No anger, no sadness. Just pure, huh? It's like when you're halfway through a TV show, go to get snacks, and come back and everything's on fire. They check their phone, then your page, then their texts. They scroll up to make sure they didn't say anything wrong. They might even convince themselves you're just busy. But the more time passes, the weirder it feels. You used to respond in 5 minutes. Now it's been 2 days, and a squirrel on TikTok gets more of your attention than they do. They'll start questioning their own memory. Wait, was he mad during our last chat? Did I sound rude? Was I too dry? Should I not have said lol without a period? It's a beautiful thing, really. The silence forces them into a mental escape room, trying to figure out what clue they missed. And here's the Stoic angle. While they're spiraling, you are choosing calm over chaos. You're not playing games. You're showing that your energy isn't freely given. It's earned. The confusion they feel, that's the first crack in their emotional armor, because confusion always leads to curiosity. 2. Ego check. Why isn't he chasing me? Now their ego takes a direct hit. They're used to you reaching out first, asking if they're okay, following up when they go quiet. But now, radio silence. At first, they tell themselves you're just being dramatic. He'll come back. He always does. But day by day, the silence gets louder. Now the questions creep in. Wait, is he done with me? Why isn't he texting? Did he lose interest? Is there someone else? Boom. Ego collapse initiated. See, most people walk around like they're the prize. Like they're Beyoncé and everyone else is just lucky to exist in their orbit. So when you stop orbiting, they don't know how to process it. Their confidence takes a hit because your attention was part of their validation system. It's like taking Wi-Fi from someone in the middle of a Zoom call. They freak out. Stoicism teaches us that we don't owe anyone our time, especially if it comes at the cost of our peace. And now that you're not available on demand, you've flipped the power dynamic. You're no longer chasing. Now they're the ones wondering what they lost. 3. Intrigue. What's he up to now? Now they're curious. They won't text you, of course. That would make it too obvious. But best believe they're lurking. Checking your story, rewatching old messages, asking mutual friends what you're doing. And here's the funny part. You don't even have to do much. Just existing silently is enough. Because humans hate open loops. If we don't know the ending, we invent one. So now they're building entire fantasy novels in their head. Maybe he got promoted and is super busy. Maybe he's dating someone new. Maybe he's on a self-love journey in the Himalayas. You're not just a person anymore. You're an unsolved mystery. And Stoicism? It teaches us to live with purpose, not to chase attention. So while you're just living your life peacefully, they're creating wild scenarios trying to explain why you're not in theirs. It's not about revenge. It's about becoming so calm you disturb their chaos. 4. Regret. Maybe I should have treated him differently. This one sneaks up on them. At first they think they're fine. They'll post selfies, hang with friends, laugh too loud at brunch, but it's all a show. Then one quiet night hits. No distractions, no dopamine, just the echo of your absence. And then it hits them. Regret. They remember the times you were kind. When you stayed up late to listen. When you noticed the little things no one else did. When you gave them chance after chance to show up. And they didn't. Now those memories sting. Not because you did anything wrong, but because they finally get what they lost. Regret is the price they pay for not appreciating your presence when it was freely given. You didn't walk away to punish them. You walked away because your peace was worth more than their inconsistency. And now they're left replaying every moment, wishing they had done it differently. 5. Self-blame. Was it something I did? Now things get deep. They stop blaming you and start questioning themselves. It starts small. Maybe I was a little too distant. Then it grows. Maybe I took him for granted. And eventually, maybe I wasn't ready for someone like him. That's when the growth starts, but also the guilt. Stoicism reminds us to reflect inward before pointing fingers. And now that's what they're doing. Your silence is causing more reflection than any conversation ever did. They analyze every moment. That sarcastic joke they made that you didn't laugh at, the time they left you on red, the times you gave effort and they gave breadcrumbs. Suddenly they see you not as the one who disappeared, but as the one who gave too much, for too long. And that realization, it hits like a truck. 6. Curiosity. Why is he so calm? This part? Oh, it drives them crazy. You're not angry. You're not sad. You didn't post a bitter quote. You're just peaceful. You disappeared like a ninja monk. Now they're thinking, how is he this okay? Was I not important to him? Did I mean nothing? But the calmness doesn't mean you didn't care. It means you learned to care about yourself more. That's Stoicism in motion. Detachment, not indifference. You've let go of what you can't control, and that terrifies people who thrive on emotional chaos. You've become emotionally independent, and now your calmness is louder than any rant ever could be. They're watching you glow up, wondering how they ever thought you'd chase them forever. 7. Nostalgia. Those were good times, huh? Now the flashbacks begin. Every little thing reminds them of you. That song you liked, that show you watched together. Even the way someone else texts LOL reminds them of how you used to do it. And suddenly, the moments they brushed off before, now they feel like gold. It's the paradox of memory. When someone leaves, our mind softens the rough edges. The good times shine brighter, and the bad times fade into the background. And since you're not there anymore to remind them of reality, all they see is the highlight reel. You're no longer the person they overlooked. You've become the person they miss. 8. Jealousy. Who's he with now? Even if they don't want you back, they definitely don't want anyone else to have you. Now every post you make becomes a crime scene investigation. Who took that photo? Why does he look so happy? Why is his shirt ironed? He never irons his shirt unless he's trying to impress someone. And if they see a hint of another person, game over. It's wild how people can act uninterested until they think someone else is enjoying the attention they once took for granted. Now they're not just missing you, they're wondering if someone else is getting what they wasted. That jealousy, that's confirmation that your silence was powerful. 9. Acceptance. Maybe he was the one who got away. Eventually, all the confusion, curiosity, and jealousy melt into one feeling, acceptance, but not the peaceful kind. It's the kind that stings. They accept that you're not coming back, that you didn't just disappear to make them miss you. You left to protect your peace, and now you're the one that got away. Stoicism isn't about cutting people off for revenge. It's about letting go when something disturbs your inner balance. You didn't walk away to make a point. You walked away to find yourself. And now they'll remember you, not as the one who chased, but the one who calmly chose himself when they couldn't choose you. Here's the thing. Disappearing isn't about ghosting or being cold. It's about stepping back so they can see what they had when they couldn't appreciate it. In a world where everyone's screaming for attention, silence is power. So if you've ever walked away, not because you didn't care, but because you finally did, just know they felt every second of your absence. And now, you're not just someone they knew. You're the lesson they had to learn the hard way.